Hello, my name is Apisa. They call me Apisa because I get a piece of news from here, a piece of news from there, a piece of news from everywhere, piece it all together, and then I give you a piece of my mind. I'm calling this my public service announcement to the Democrats who are running for re-election or for election in 2016. What your platform need to include. Number one on my list is Obamacare. You guys have got to put together a public service announcement that outlines, that lists all of the benefits and entitlements that individuals get under Obamacare. Now, we know that there are certain, plans, the more you pay, or depending upon your plan type, yes, you may be paying more. But when you combine whatever it is that you're getting, regardless of your plan type, and do a public service announcement, then people will further understand what all they are receiving in the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. You all need to do that. The second thing that you need to do, and Chris Hayes, Rachel Maddow, Joy Reid, Ed Schultz, and maybe a few others from MSNBC, they have traveled across the United States. And they have gone into communities that we would not otherwise know anything about if not for their coverage. Therefore, we need some public service announcements that show new company startups, how it affected the employment in their agency, in their town, their community, already established employers who have added employees and the impact that has had on the community as well. You need to do this. The third thing is the tax code. And without giving a whole lot of thought to it, I can, off the top of my head, think of two things that you could do that could, off the bat, help. No, I said two. I meant three. That would, off the bat, help middle class and lower income individuals. The first one, of course, is changing the tax rate. First and foremost, a person making $80,000 a year should not be paying more taxes than a person that's making $380,000 a year. So you all need to fix that. I don't know how to tell you, to do that. But that's one of the things that would automatically, instantly, overnight, make a big difference. The second thing is, they call it the head of household, which gets the larger tax break. But you can only claim head of household if you have dependents. Well, as a single person, childless, I am the head of my household. So there should be some tax incentive for single people, or maybe married people even, with no dependents, with, no head of household status. Maybe married people didn't need to be included, but certainly single people should get some type of tax incentive for being the head of their household. They have the same bills as a married couple. They have the same bills as a person with children, minus child care possibly. That would be an overnight success. And then the third thing that would really give a boost, back under President Bill Clinton, one of the things that he done that I didn't agree with was to take away the tax breaks for people that had loans, like car loans or paying off credit cards. He took away all of that, which helped him, build up revenue, and, so we, lowered the deficit and had, all the windfall afterwards. But my point is, because of the way the economy has gone, and because so many people have lost their jobs or homes and whatever, and that they don't have good credit, when they get loans, car loans, monetary loans, credit cards, they pay actually at a higher tax rate than the person with good credit. And I'm not saying take away that reward for having good credit. No, keep that. I'm just saying give that person some type of incentive as well. And that overnight, I'm telling you, it would, oh yes. The third thing that I want to say that going forward we need to look at is voting. Voting needs to be just like banking or anything else that we do. We need to just get away from these electronic voting machines that are easily hacked, software easily changed by whomever, and let people vote from home or from their smartphones or from their iPads or computers. Let's look at a different way to do this. That would also squash a lot of this voter restriction stuff, because each voter would be given a unique identification number that they would have to use to vote. Now, if you are already an established voter, then all that information would go forward, so you don't have to resubmit or do anything. But for people, first-time voters or whatever, you ask some confidential questions or whatever. Same thing with paying your taxes. Give them an identification number and let people vote. That way, we don't have to count on turnouts necessarily for somebody to go stand up in line, because that's what it is for us to be the country that we are. It is just, we're so third world when it comes to voting. There is no reason why we should have lines wrapping around blocks. There's no reason why somebody can't go and vote on their lunch hour. Okay? So that's another improvement going forward. The next thing is consumer protection. You guys need to strengthen that. Do you remember the old Maytag commercials where the guy, the repairman, had all this time on his hand because Maytags never broke down? Well, because we are a capitalistic, greedy-ass society, anything you get pretty much anymore, even major buys, which really pisses me off, you get a doggone 90-day warranty. What the hell is that? You know what 90 days is? 3 months. After 3 months, we can't guarantee you that it's going to perform, to these original standards. We need to roll it. Now, that's some stuff that needs to be rolled back. Just like there's been a mandate on automobiles to get better gas mileage, then we need to get better use and service out of the products that we buy. I'm sorry. For me to go and spend $800 on a laptop in 2013, and by December 2014 it's already obsolete, can't get replacement parts, that is what I call you just taking advantage of the consumer. That's greed. We need some consumer protection. And then lastly, my Democratic friends going forward, you need to put forward term limits. There needs to be a maximum of no more than 12 consecutive years in Congress. After that, you cannot run in an election in that next election cycle. You can't. That is the only way that we can keep moving forward, and we don't get stuck in ideas or get stuck with dumb politicians that were elected on a whim and put in positions that are crucial to not only our country but our national security as well. So going forward, these are just a few things that I thought of as a regular, everyday, average American that would make my life better. And I am asking that the Democrats take a look at these things, and I'm sure there are others. But I feel that those things that I touched on are very vital. Peace out.